lecture, we will be talking about some basic operators in JavaScript. So first of all, what is an operator? Operator is basically used to transform a value, or operator is used to combine multiple values to give a single value, or we can do multiple stuff with values by using the operators. So few of the operators are like comparison operators, assignment operators, arithmetic operators, and so on. So we'll be seeing few of those operators in JavaScript. Okay. So let's start with the mathematical operators or arithmetical operators. So here I'll be taking an example of the birth year, age basically of a person. So let's see. Age Raunak equals to, so let's take current year. Okay, and let's take one more example. Let's take it as 2003. Okay, now let's console log it. So here if you see, I have did two things. I have used this minus arithmetic operator, which will basically subtract 1998 from this value, and it will return the age in single value. Okay, so it will calculate basically and give us a single value as a result, and it will store in this age Raunak variable. And the other thing I did is I have console log multiple values. So it is not like we can only console log single value in JavaScript. We can also console log multiple values just by separating them by this comma. Alright, and I have used this const here. As I mentioned earlier, we use let only when we are sure, like we have to manipulate the variable's value later in our code. But right now in this case we are not manipulating the value, so we kept const here instead of let. Okay, so let's see the result. So as you can see, so from 2013, oh sorry, it should be 2023, apologize for that. If we see the result, so age Raunak is 25, and age Ram, as we have used it before, age Raunak, so it is 20. Okay, so here we can see another use case of a variable. Like you can see already the 2023 is used twice here. So instead of using it like this, what we can do, we can store it in a variable. And the name of the variable should be specific to whatever value we are going to store. So I have used current year, so it will specify what type of value we are going to store in it. And let's use this variable here and here, so it will work the same as it was working earlier. Okay, let's see again. Okay, so now you can see it is giving the same output coming from line number 89, which is this line. Okay, so apart from minus, we have multiplication. Let's see those results in console directly. For example, 22 asterisk 2, So it will be doing the multiplication. Let's see. So it gave us 44, and then we have division. So it gives us 22 divided by 2, 11. And at last we also have plus sign, which is also used in the case of concatenation. So we'll tell you a little bit about concatenation, but we will be discussing concatenation in detail in our later sections. Okay, so here I am using this plus. So what it will do, it will basically sum up these two values and give us the single value. So let's see. Concatenation. All right, so let's see the result. Okay, so it gave us 22 plus 2, that means for 24. So I was telling you, like, plus sign we also use for concatenation. So concatenation basically means to join two strings. So let's see a little example for that as well. For example, I have used a string hello, and then I want to join it with the string. Okay, so let's see what it gives. So it basically joined this string with this string, and it gave us hello word. So now what if I want a space in between these two words? So that is also an easy thing. All we need to do is we just need to add another plus and empty string with a space in it. So what it will do, it will join this string with hello, this string with a space in between, and this string with word. Okay, so you can see we got hello word nicely in our console. So for concatenation we also use something called template literals, but those things we'll be discussing in detail in our upcoming sections. Okay, so apart from this, we have assignment operators. So assignment operators are basically used to assign some value, okay, to a particular variable. So let's see. (34 plus 2). Okay, so this equals to is called an assignment operator. What it does, whatever value is found by this operation, this operator will just store the result into this variable. That means the result of this operation will be 36. So what this operator will do, it will store 36 into this variable. Okay, so assignment operator just assign the value into a variable. Okay, so we can see that in console. If we refresh, we got 36 here. Okay, and it is coming from line number 104. So apart from just equals to, we have this plus equals to 2. So right now if you see, the 36 is stored in this variable already, and I have used let because I am manipulating the value of this variable. Okay, so currently it have 36 stored in it. So what this plus equals to will do, it will work something like this: value equals to value plus whatever value we are passing here. So in this case 2. So right now we have 36, that means 36 plus 2. Alright, so 36 plus 2, that is 38, will be stored in this variable. Okay, so let's see the console again. So it should turn into 38. Alright, so apart from this plus equals to, we also have minus equals to. So it will work the same way. It will just subtract 36 minus 2, that means, oh sorry, it should be 38 minus 2, that means it will be back to 36. Okay, because right now 38 is stored in this variable, so it will subtract 2 from 38 and it will give us 36 again. Okay, and we have asterisk equals to as well. That means we are going to multiply the value, the stored value, with whatever we have passed here. So in this case we are multiplying the value with 2. Okay, so right now it is 36 and we are multiplying it by 2. So let's see the result. Oh sorry, I did a little mistake here, asterisk. Okay, now let's see the value. Okay, so it gave us 36 into 2, that is 72. Alright, so we have covered plus equals to, we have covered minus equals to, we have covered asterisk equals to. There is one more, that is divide by equals to. If we use this, then what it will do, it will divide the currently stored value with 2 and then it will give us the result. So right now 72 is stored in it and it will give us the output of this calculation and it will store it into value. Okay, so I'm removing it and instead of this I'm adding this so as to reduce the confusion. So it will do this operation, that means 72 divided by 2, and let's see the result of this. Okay, so 72 divided by 2, it gave us 36 back. Okay, so these are some of the assignment operators, and we also have value plus plus. Okay, so let's see what value plus plus does. So right now 36 is stored in this variable. Okay, so if we do plus plus, that means we are just adding value equals to value plus 1. Basically whatever value is stored in it, it will just increment it by 1. Okay, we also call it incrementing. So let's see, it should be 37 now. Alright, if we add another plus plus, then it will increment it by 1 and it will be 38 now. So same way we have minus minus also. So it just works opposite to the plus 1, it subtracts the value by minus 1. So right now we will be having 37, that means 38 minus 1, 38 minus minus, so 37. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so it gave us 37. If we use it again, then we will get 36, because right now 37 was stored in it. Okay, alright, so we have covered the few of the mathematical operators, we have covered few of the assignment operators. So now let's see some comparison operators. So comparison operators will give us the result in Boolean values. Okay, so it will basically compare the two values, and if the statement is true, If it finds whether the comparison is true, then it returns true, otherwise it will give us false. So let's say Ram. Okay, so we can use these variables. So we have age Raunak and age Ram, which is stored, so which was 20 and 25. So let's see comparison operators. So age Raunak is greater than age Ram. So let's see what it gives. So we are basically comparing age of Raunak, which is 25, is greater than age of Ram. So it should return true in this case, because this statement is true. Okay. Alright. That means age of Raunak is really greater than age of Ram. Now we also have something like smaller than equals to, greater than equals to, smaller than, greater than equals to, and smaller than equals to. Okay, so we'll see them one by one. If we check, if age of Raunak is smaller than age of Ram. So right now we are checking age of Raunak is smaller than age of Ram or not. If the statement is true, then it will return us true, otherwise it will give us false, like statement is wrong. The age of Raunak is not greater than, not smaller than age of Ram. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so it gave us false. Okay, so we have these two, so let's use these two. So age of Raunak is greater than or equals to. So here what we are checking, like if age of Raunak is either greater than age of Ram or equals to age of Ram, then return true, otherwise return false. That means if 25 is greater than 20, which is age of Ram in this case, or 25 is equals to 20, then only return true. Okay, otherwise return false. So let's remove a little space. So let's see what it gives. Okay, so right now it is giving us true because 25 is greater than 20. So let's see if it returns true if we check age of Raunak is smaller than or equals to age of Ram. Okay, so now let me do one thing. Let me revert it back and you can use here. So here we are checking if 25 is smaller than 20 or 25 is equals to 20, then only return true. Okay, so now in this case neither 25 is smaller than 20 nor it is equals to 20, so it is giving us false. So we can check another example of this. So here we are checking, let's say 20. So what it will do, it will check if 20 is smaller than 20 or 20 is equals to 20. If either of these comparisons is true, then it will return true. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so now we got true. Alright, so these are few of the operators in JavaScript, and there is a little more in it, like how it is deciding like which one we have to use first, because here this comparison operator is also an operator and this arithmetic operator is also an operator. then how JavaScript is deciding like which operator we have to use first and which operator we have to use later. So there are some predefined rules based on which JavaScript decides which operator should be used first and which operator should be used later. Okay, these all we will be discussing in the upcoming videos, right? So this is all for this video. Let's see you in the next one.